Cheshire K. Houston is Monkeybutt a rescue dog, and where's the cat? What's the cat's name? The cat is Chalupa Batman, and Monkey is a rescue. You are. So she was found in the jungles of the Big Island of Hawaii uh, in spring 2016 as a puppy. She was maybe 8 months old or so. And Alaska Airlines has a charity program where they will fly rescue animals to non-kill shelters all over the U.S. for free. And so she flew here to Seattle, ended up at the Kitsap County Humane Society. And I was looking for a dog at the time, and she was the only one that wasn't a pit bull or a chihuahua who had come from that plane in Hawaii. I was like, that's a cool looking dog. So I went to the Humane Society. And I was like, I would like to look at this dog. Like, well, it's 4 p.m. and our adoption counselors are gone. You can look at the dog, but you can't adopt it. I was like, oh shit. So I looked at the dog, and went up to her cage. She had a big old cone on her head because she had just been spayed, really skinny, and just like, oh. But I stuck my finger in the cage, and she like grabbed my finger. Right? You don't do that anymore. I can put my finger in next to you. You won't grab it. It'll just sit there. You just smell my finger. That's all you'll do. I was like, cool dog. I'll get this one. And so the next day they opened really early. And so I raced there, and I waited in the parking lot like 15 minutes waiting. Like, I'm going to get this dog before anyone else can get this dog because all the other dogs there are trash. And went in, told them I want this dog. And they said, okay, got to meet with the adoption counselor. And out came this like child. She was maybe 18. And so I had a house. At the time I was living in what we called the Charles Mansion. It was a giant mansion that had beautiful views, not a very big yard. But didn't have a fenced yard. And but like I do my geology work. I'm out in the woods all the time. And she was like, I can't let you have this dog. I was like, what do you mean you can't let me have this dog? Like, she's like, well, you don't have a fenced yard, and we require a fenced yard and all these things. And I finally had to like pull the seniority card, and I said, young lady, I've had dogs older than you. I am old enough to run for president of the United States. You're telling me I can't adopt a dog because I don't have a fence around my yard? I want to talk to your manager. So I Karen'd her right there. And so the manager came out. And we're in this like cage. We're sitting Monkeybutt. At the time, her name was Merle. Because she was a Merle coat and she was from Hawaii. Way. That's a dumb name. You did not deserve that name. And she's like, pouncing around the 9-month-old puppy. She'd have a great time. They're trying to explain to me that Monkeybutt's actually 3 years old and not a puppy. And I was like, this dog is a puppy. And that she would kill all the dogs she saw. She would kill children. She would kill cats. There's no way to get her under voice control. She's just a monster that grew up in the forest and had no parenting whatsoever. Meanwhile, past our cage is this little like Bichon Frise, this little fuzzy white dog walks by. Monkey's like, hi. It's like trying to like lick this dog through the cage. I'm like, this is the dog that's going to kill every creature that she sees. Like, yes. And so finally I said, you know what? If she ends up not being under voice control in like a week and being a complete terror, I will admit that I was wrong and you can have her back. And the lady's like, well, if she ever runs away and gets picked up, you can't have her back at all. I was like, that's not how it works. But anyway, let me adopt the dog. And finally, after like a 3-hour negotiation, they let me have Monkeybutt. It has just been an absolute pleasure, right? He's an absolute pleasure, a charmer, a sweetheart. Even though you were constantly bored when you're on the show, and she was under voice control in like 5 days. Took a little while to house train because she didn't quite understand the whole not being able to go wherever you want thing. Like literally, first night I have her, I like, hey, you can hop up on the bed, sleep with the Mikasa is Sukasa. She hops up on the bed and immediately just pisses. She's like staring right at me, just whiz. Like, no! Have to shove her nose in it. She's like, whoa, can't piss on that thing. Okay. Next time she pisses, it's at the foot of the bed. I'm like, no! And I rub her face on the floor at the bottom of the bed. And she's like, okay, I can't do it in this room. Maybe if I do it in the bathroom? I'm like, nope, rub the face in it. Okay, can't do it in the bathroom. Hallway? Nope, rub it in the hallway. How about down the foyer? Nope, not the foyer. Living room? Nope. And finally I was like, oh, I cured her. She is no longer trying to whiz in the house anymore. We're cool. we're fixed. Everything's good, right? And then like a week later, I go to do laundry, and like the way the house set up, there's my bedroom's upstairs. You go through this like hallway, living room. You come back around downstairs, and like so it's like a quarter-mile walk to get to the laundry room. And the laundry room has a counter that kind of wraps around, and then the washer and dryer. It's like there's space under the counter, and she'd been just like picking that corner to just drop everything she had in her. It was it was like that scene in Jurassic Park when they've got like the mountain of Triceratops turds. It was like that. She'd just be like, "Oh, I can't go elsewhere in the house, but no one's shoved my nose in it here yet." And I shoved your nose in it, and that was the last time ever you went in the house. She was like, "Oh, I can't go anywhere in this house," and you were fixed. Yay! To the point where when other animals, roommates have brought animals or whatever, and they've gone in the house, she punishes them. She's very good at that, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, you're such a good little dog. Yes, you are, Monkey. So, that's the story of adopting Monkey. Okay.